hand whip back. What's going on, B's and G's? It's not Friday. It's actually Monday. It's a beer review day. I just came down and unwrapped a bunch of beers that I got from Mr. Carlyle Smith. I got them last week and I put them immediately into the refrigerator, just still in their bubble wrap. So I hadn't had a chance. I was getting all the SJ Pour beers in for the East Coast hub, and so they went straight into the fridge, and now I finally had the chance to unwrap them, and so I'm going to dive in. And one of the beers, I mean, he sent me, hold on, a bunch of this. He sent me a bunch of beers that I've been looking forward to, but this one, I'm just going to crack it now. If it explodes, I seriously didn't tip this thing. Sweet Georgia Brown, it's fine. Can you see that? Peach Cobbler. I've been waiting for this. Oh, that's interesting. Since when Carlyle was brewing this, I got well excited about that, and I could not wait for this. A little bit of water, clear out the glass. So cheers, Carlyle. Thank you for sending this. I'm going to pour this and dive in because can't wait. Gagging for this beer, actually. So you see, pretty sure you're off the keg because I don't remember seeing any clams in this. No. Pouring it all in. Doop. Holy goodness. That was interesting. It's got a really sweet on the nose. Not peachy as much as I expect peach. Now, if this is real peach and not extract, I could totally expect why that would be. But give me a minute, let me sniff. Yeah, there it is. So, yep, it's peaches, actually, really peachy. The first smell was definitely a kind of a not like the pit, but that bit around the pit. It smelled like to me. So if these are fresh peaches, that would kind of be that little bit that you get right around the raggedy bit. Kind of had that smell. It still smells sweet, but it smells a little bit more vegetal than anything else. But when I got deeper into it, it smelled so much more fruity and fruity peach, where that bit almost did make me think of a little bit of an extract. So there's a part of me where I might go watch your video again, cut this, and then jump cut and edit back in after I watched your video so I look smarter than I actually am, because I'm a fucking idiot. So I'm going to dive back in. Hold on. It's jammy too. And I forget what you used for hops, but there's an absolute, like, thick kind of preserve jamminess to this. I just stuck my tongue in it by mistake. So okay, I'm diving in. Thank you, Carlyle. I cannot wait for this. Cheers, brother. Holy sweet Jesus. Wow. That is... Wow. Not in a bad way, wow. That was a lot fruitier than I expected it. And really very, wow, super pleasant, super pleasant. Not that I didn't expect it to be. What I mean, sorry, is that it was just like super punchy, refreshing when I had it. That was just unreal. Um, really fruit forward. It bitters out right at the end. Slight bitterness. Like, I mean, it's really not. It just dries. It kind of dries you out right at the end. But there's a really nice fruitiness that rolls over, and there's a sweetness that kind of lingers in the bottom. Like I was getting jam kind of on the nose, and I'm getting it on the sort of on the palate as the fruit kind of rushes by. It's kind of jamminess kind of underlaying that. It's it's not. I don't. Oh, actually. So there's a bit. Yeah, there's a bit of a butteriness to this, and not like, not like off flavor butteriness. In that there's a kind of a slickness, I guess. Not. The only way that I can put it, and if it is kind of like a cobbler, it's that, you know, just kind of that oily, crusty, kind of doughy bit that's kind of there too. There is a bit of a butteriness in mouthfeel to this when you sip it. Then it kind of falls and dries off. Excuse me, right at the tip of your tongue, and kind of like right down the flat part of my tip of my tongue. Super mellow bitter right to the end. It's really amazing. I'm going to save a sip for Mrs. F. Let's brew it, because actually no, I'm not, because if I do, then she's going to want me to make one, and it'll pale in comparison. As far as hops go, there's no like definitive hop presence. In that I can't pick out, and I'm never really good at picking out like what hops are in what. To the point where I can taste something always and say it's this, because in my mind it's like a standardized test. C is always a really good choice, but B sounds really good sometimes too, and so does A, and that's why Dan went to art school. There is this peach candy that I remember as a younger fat guy, that there was like, it was kind of chewy. It was like a little like that. It was just this little chewy peach candy that was always so peachy, like a peach, and so not artificial. That it reminds me of that. It's a really good memory of that candy. Dear Lord, dude. I'm glad I started with this. I've been waiting for this beer. This thing is fucking brilliant. Sorry, I had to jump cut that. I just did this really long and disgusting sip where I was kind of aerating, and I don't want to put that on camera. Two things that I got when I did that though. I got a strawberry punch, like not like a strawberry punch, but a strawberry like punch right after the peach. Sorry for the refrigerator. Just a slight pop of like strawberry. And I know I said I don't like picking out hops, and so I'm definitely wrong, but put it down the bottom. But it had a bit of a Belma-y quality to it, and it absolutely probably wrong, but there's definitely this little berry strawberry kind of bit right at the end, and then right after that, really, really slight, right after that was cinnamon. Kind of a spicy cinnamon. Really not like predominant, just kind of right there as that was drying out, and that's what I was wondering, whether that was helping push that dry out, kind of that spiciness that you can get from some like cinnamon. I know it probably wasn't added in there, but it definitely tasted of it. It's actually smells a bit more strawberry now too as I work this up. And peach still, and still a little bit of spice. Yeah, cinnamon. It's kind of way in the back there, but I think there's yeah, a little bit, just a smidge. I don't know, a smidgeman. This thing is fucking. I mean, I'm absolutely destroying this thing, and this is because I've been waiting on this thing for a while. So I'm super freaking excited to have this in my possession. Carlyle, this thing rocks. Thank you so much for sending this out to the East Coast. I saved all your packing material. I saved your box. So the box will be scooteroo back to Utah. I don't know if I'll be able to put something that equals this in there. I will do my level best to look at what I've got that's drinkable that I would give you, because this thing is fucking brilliant. Oh, fuck me. 14 minutes. I'm going to have to do some serious editing. Okay. Thank you, Carlyle. This was awesome, dude. This was absolutely stunning. If you guys don't know Carlyle Smith, you will in a minute, because down the bottom, go see my man. He's an awesome friggin' dude and lives in the most gorgeous friggin' place ever. So, thank you, Carlyle. This thing was fucking brilliant. Cheers, and I'll see y'all on Friday.
Peace.
The fuck you talking about?